Yeah, we're finally becoming a real show. Slowly but
Yeah,
surely. We got some intro
solid, right?
music now.
Solid,
I
solid,
love it. Now,
solid.
now we're working, Steve. Now we're
Yeah,
working.
you like that?
Yeah,
You
oh
like
yeah. You like that?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Good music nonetheless. Me and Steve did lock this down yesterday. Good music nonetheless.
Oh,
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
let's see what the fuck is going on. Yeah, Bagala, you missed it last night. We had a deep one
I
last night.
know, I
Yeah.
know, I know. Family stuff, but
We had
the fan favorite is back. I missed you.
Never ends. Never
yeah.
ends.
So I
Let's
mean,
get it going.
the Packers slander didn't really stop last night. It continued on a little bit.
What's not gonna stop? He's gonna after this weekend when they get stomped into the ground by Buffalo, it's gonna be even worse. Maybe then people will let up. But
No, listen, it doesn't bother me because, first of all, Patrick and his sorry ass Cleveland Browns shouldn't be talking. That's number one. And then for those Minnesota Vikings fans, I mean, they never have done anything in the history of the NFL of note besides losing NFC Championship.
I will say this.
We've
I
made
will
it
say
to a
this.
bunch of Super Bowls. We've lost a bunch of times, but we made it.
Wait. Hold on. You can't say we've made it if you aren't alive to see it.
You weren't even alive when they made it.
What?
You can't.
So
you can't,
what?
You
So
can't
what?
do that. If you haven't,
No, it's
seen
not.
it,
So what? Yes, it is.
But
So
I
what?
will say this. The Vikings better do something this year because if the Packers are so bad and you're supposed to win the division,
you gotta
when
cash
you
that
do
in.
win the division, you have to cash that in. You have to at least make it somewhere in the playoffs. And as we know, Kirk Cousins, he just doesn't do well in big games, and that's your problem.
And
He can-
It has
also
nothing
to
to do
boot,
with Kirk Cousins.
It has everything to do with Kirk Cousins.
No, it doesn't. We missed field goals, bro. It's been
Right.
bullshit.
I was going to bring that up. Also, to boot, you can't find a kicker to save your life.
That's what I'm saying. It's a fuck.
No,
It's
But the end
ever since
result is
ever since I've watched Garrett Anderson break my heart way back in the day when I was a little fucking child. It's just been downhill for every fucking
right,
kicker
that should have
that
been
we
a sign
have.
of things to come.
I mean, we should have won that freezing cold game in Seattle that one year in the fucking playoffs. It was fucking like negative degrees, and we missed the fucking field goal at the end, whatever it was. It's just bullshit, bro.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't blame the kicker. You got a quarterback that's making
Don't blame
over
the kicker.
how much? $30 million. Go win the game. Don't
Bro,
put it
it's
on the
negative degrees, and you're
Don't
at
put it on the
in a
kicker.
20-yard field goal.
Go
How do you
win the
not
game.
kick the field goal, bro? Nobody's
win
gonna
the
keep,
game.
bro. Even Tom Brady or anybody else in the NFL, they're not gonna go and win the game when all you need is a field goal to win in fucking negative degree weather. There he is, my guy.
Jackson! Everybody loves the Bagala. My guy Jackson. I'm back, Jackson. At your request.
But yeah, I mean, we had a couple decisions that we had to make yesterday that were some close calls. I can't even remember what the fuck they were, but shit, not even yesterday. That shit might have been today.
Real quick,
After midnight.
just got the news. Darren Waller inactive.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
So
That's why I got him off of my dynasty team. He's good when he plays, but he doesn't play. You know.
So I think if you do have Hunter Renfrow, he could be a viable flex option today with no Darren Waller.
Maybe, but Hunter Renfrow, even with the games that Darren Waller has been out, Hunter Renfrow has been non-existent.
Well, he's been a little banged up too, and I think that's obviously part of the factor.
Yeah, maybe, but Matt Collins is getting, Matt Collins is getting work. So, yeah, it's like Hunter Renfrow has disappeared from this offense.
And I don't know because he's really good.
I don't like that fuck. He's good. Last year he was really good, but they didn't have anybody. That was the other problem, is he just didn't have anyone else to throw the ball to. Now,
but you saw what he could do. And I just think that, obviously, and also too, with Josh Jacobs exploding over the last couple of weeks, that they're going a little more balanced in terms of running the ball a ton with Josh Jacobs, controlling the game. So we'll see what happens. But like I said, he's a flex play if you're desperate. He becomes a little more valuable with no Darren Waller.
Yeah, and if he's for whatever reason was on your roster before this week or whatever, he's viable to be dropped. You can drop him and not feel bad about it, because I did.
Yeah,
I can't argue with that.
Jackson, my ETN prop, by the way, hit already
in the first half.
All right, Jackson talking about Stevie don't know what he's doing over here. But we're hoping for Cheetah Boom today for Hammer. He took Hill over 6.5.
Who? Hammer?
No, Jackson saying he took Hill over 6.5 catches.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm still looking through. I might take some more.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think I like the yardage a little bit more than the receptions for Tyreek Hill, because you
always like the yardage for Tyreek Hill, but 6.5, he'll probably get 7 today. That Lions defense is bad, so you never know. He may get 6, or he may catch 4 for like 300 yards and 4 touchdowns.
That's why I like the yardage. Yeah, that's why I always like the yardage for him.
I'm exaggerating a little bit.
He could turn one catch into 70 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, let me go to him real quick. Yeah, I mean, on Underdog it's 7 catches now. They change it as time goes on.
Hey, Steve, didn't you get in trouble for this?
I didn't get
talk about it, or you can't.
I didn't get in trouble. Yeah, I saw somebody else doing it. My boy, the catch.
What happened with that?
He's not allowed to show it on screen.
No, you are. I think it was something else. No, I saw a video of what the fuck is his name? Steve Will Do It or something like that. And he was betting on something, and I don't know if it was because where he was or whatever the case was. I'm not sure, but he had it up on the screen, and they like penalized him for it. They fucking like took his account and shit. I was watching this interview that he was doing. I don't know what it was, but I see other people doing it, and I'm not actually placing the bets. I'm just showing what anybody can look at the website and do it. So, but yeah, Cheetah, they got 92.5 receiving yards on Underdog.
I like that.
Take it.
You like that?
Yeah, he'll probably have 100 receiving yards today.
All right.
In the first half, yeah.
You think Kyler Murray throws an into today?
Against Vikings defense has been
I like Eno. Okay. Better. We got Eno 52.5 rushing yards. Or 80 rushing yards, rushing and receiving combined.
Yeah.
Better off going with the rushing here,
you could do 3 catches. You can do 11 fantasy points. I mean, I think I like the rushing.
Yeah. He'll probably have 50.
52.
Even
can't go to online casinos. Sports books are okay. All right, yeah, Jackson knows then. Yeah, I don't know. There's all this fine printed shit on YouTube, like what you can and can't do, and I'm not reading that shit.
Just don't do it.
I wonder if that's a situation where it depends on where you're at. Like if you have legalized gambling, then you can, I could bring up MGM, if we're in New York.
Yeah, but now it also depends on certain, what platforms you're using. You know what I'm saying? And because if you're basically putting up a certain platform on YouTube, you're advertising it. So there's a lot of things that go into that too, as well. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, Kirk Cousins, 2.5 rushing yards. Let's take the under. Jackson, this is a trade. Jackson had a trade yesterday. Me and Hammer chimed in on. I'm not sure if you watched it, but probably didn't. Anyway, I want Bagala's opinion on the trade. Cheetah, Pollard, and Higbee for Kelsey, Hollywood, and DK. What side are you on? You know that Hollywood is hurt right now. You know DK is supposedly going to play, but he's banged up.
He's banged up. He could.
Yeah.
At any time, he could just blow that knee out. I don't know why he's playing right now, but listen, DK wants to play. Yeah, DK wants to play. You don't argue with DK. He's way too big. The thing right now I look at this at, are you going to trade Kelsey for Hill? right? Because those are the two big ones. What do you guys think is the best asset in this trade? Is it Kelsey or is it Tyreek?
That's a close one.
And it's close. It's a push. And
I think the best three assets are easily on one side, if you look at it that way, almost.
Well, yeah, but
two out of three, I think.
Yeah, two of those assets, Hollywood won't play in probably until the fantasy playoffs. And DK, I think this knee is going to be a problem going forward. He's probably going to play a game. He's probably going to sit a game. You know what I'm saying? He could come out a game. He could come down a few games. He's not resting. They're not giving him time. He's going to be dealing with it. And Pollard is productive. And, Higbee's had a bad stretch here, but he had some good games. Higbee is decent, my take is that what's Jackson team at? Can you wait? You understand? Can you wait for Hollywood? Can you wait on DK? Because you're not getting immediate return on investment from those two guys. You know what I'm saying? And DK, you may, but it's going to be capped a little bit. Let's be honest. This knee is going to be a problem for him. He's not giving it time to heal. You probably won't see a healthy DK until after the bye week. So
bottom line it for us. Where are you at?
I'm keeping Cheetah. I'm gonna keep Cheetah. Okay. I'm keeping Cheetah. Pollard has Zeke is dealing with a knee sprain. I know he has the bye week next week, but if Zeke doesn't come back, it's Pollard's backfield. And even if he does come back, I think they work him on a little bit slower because he has a MCL sprain and they don't want him to completely tear it. And I would take Tyreek. I'd take Pollard. I'm staying with the Cheetah. When Cheetah goes boom, Jackson Cheetah goes boom. All right. So there's nobody that can do it as big as Cheetah. And Pollard, I think Pollard really has a chance to take over the backfield with the injury to Zeke. And you see Pollard's explosive. He can do things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not getting the immediate return on investment to trade these guys as I would like because one is hurt and DK has question marks around him. So I'm staying with the Cheetah. I'm staying with Pollard. Pollard's probably going to end up starting a few weeks in these couple of weeks. And Higbee's solid. Higbee's solid. I like Higbee. You can always a little clapping. You can
I'll give you the clapping because it was a beautiful explanation.
Yeah, you can always stream a tight end even if Higbee's not doing what you want. But for me, I'm not. That Dolphins offense is about to get going. Tua is back. I want some of Tyreek. And I think, like I said, Pollard's going to be big. Zeke is hurt. He's down right now. Pollard's going to be big. Like Steve said, this could be the start of Pollard's season, Steve. Like right now, because he's banged up really bad. So they're not going to throw him out there. As long as Zeke is healthy, Zeke will always get most of the carries, but he's not healthy. Pollard has the receiving upside. He's more explosive. I think Pollard takes over the backfield in the second half of the season. Stay with the Cheetah, Jackson.
So we were on the opposite side of this, right, Hammer?
Yeah,
we were on the opposite side.
Yeah, I went on the Kelsey side, and I think that the reason why is just because you're getting the most upside here. I believe Jackson said he's 4-3, if I remember correctly, in this league. So he's trying to get some upside going down the stretch. Listen, you're not going to get Hollywood, obviously. And I always talk about, especially in redraft, the return on investment right away is crucial. But if you have guys that can hold it down, and if you have guys that can get you to the position where Hollywood will be an asset, now you're in business. Going down the stretch into the playoffs. So I like the upside, and having Kelsey is just awesome, dude. From the tight end position, You can always find wide receivers to kind of plug in. I'm not saying they're going to be Tyreek or anything approximating what Tyreek's going to give you, but the depth of wide receiver talent, especially with guys getting injured and guys with, other opportunities to step in and be productive. I think the collection of talent that you're receiving with Kelsey, Hollywood, and DK is going to be a better upside and give you a better chance in the playoffs.
Yeah, I can see that. But for me, you think about risk versus reward. All right. This is high risk.
Yeah,
because Hollywood's gone. He's not going to play until probably the start of the playoffs. And DK, that's the risk. I know Geno looks good. I know everything, but DK's dealing with what is considered. I know he's playing and he's a freak of nature, but it's kind of serious. The knee injury is kind of serious, and if he goes out there and blows that knee up, then you look at this trade and say, "Damn, I just traded Tyreek, Pollard, and Higbee for Kelsey." You understand?
Yeah.
And for me, I can't take that risk. Now, if DK was healthy, all right, because you slot DK in there and you play him, and then you wait for Hollywood, But I just him being hurt, it's iffy for me. Hollywood not being there, Kelsey's awesome, but respective, to their positions, they're both right there. They're both volatile. So. I'm staying with Tyreek, and like I said, Pollard's gonna go off today.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're on your side as far as the risk and stuff like that. We pointed that out too, so that's always And
at 4-3, that's a big risk. I mean, you're not, you don't have a losing record right now, but you're still right there. And at 4-3, that's a big risk, because if this trade goes wrong, Jackson, you can probably kiss your season goodbye.
Yeah, I think we were just we love getting Kelsey. That makes up for the Tyreek side. Losing Tyreek, and getting Kelsey makes up for that. And then Definitely. To have Hollywood, and like we said, it's if you can wait, if you can afford to wait and have not Hollywood for the next few weeks, and then possibly not DK for the next few weeks, just like you pointed out. We said the same exact thing. We want this trade, but again, it all depends on do you think you can hold out long enough? And if you're 4-3 now, you probably do have a good enough squad to maybe hold out. I mean, there's still plenty of weeks left
in there.
So as long as you've got, I
think he popped in his team into the chat, so you could see the rest of it.
Yeah, so he's got Lamar, Pierce, JT. He's got Cup. That's why. He's got Lamar, he's got Pierce, he's got JT and Cup. So we were like, fuck, if you got Lamar and then you go and get Kelsey, losing Cheetah doesn't hurt as much because you got Cooper Cup, and then you can add DK and,
he was just born on losing that Hill Cup combo.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I like Cup and having Cup and Hill is really, really good. And I saw he has Godwin in there, So I think his team is solid, and the tight end spot. I mean, listen, somebody's gonna have to be on the bench, no? Right? You're not gonna be able to. Well, maybe
I think there's two flexes in this league.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's two flexes in this league, so he would be able to get those guys in. And like I said, and Jackson makes the exact reason why Blanc and I were taking it is because the positional advantage over everybody else when you have Kelsey. Blanc was talking about this yesterday. He's basically a wide receiver one playing tight end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm not gonna look at teams like that, especially when I got. I'm gonna worry about my team, and if you think it's the best move for your team, Jackson, go do it. I just think it's big risk, because at the end of the trade, you can only end up with Kelsey. You understand, and you're not gonna have
He still got Godwin, so I'm like shit. I'm with the risk. I'm with taking the risk. We're in it to win it. You got to risk it for the biscuit. And I get exactly where Bagla's coming from, and but yeah, me and Hammer are like, fuck it, bro. If you got Cup, then you can afford to take that chance.
Yeah, I guess you can. But
Extreme Kane, what's up, Extreme? Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all joining in here. 2-5, 4 playoff spot,
Ooh,
12-man team. Yeah,
that's
That's
brutal.
rough.
That's brutal.
That's rough.
That is gonna be rough.
How many games back, and what is your point total look at from you to that fourth team that's in that fourth playoff spot right now? You understand?
And who is on your team? Give us
And
some
who
more.
is on your team? So that you do have a chance. Listen, you always have a chance in fantasy, all the time. But at 2-5, 4 playoff spots, you kind of need to start making moves now, and not only just looking at names and players. You need to start looking at schedules. You need to start trading for people who already had their buys, who has easier schedules coming down the road, just so you can maximize your chances of having good games. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. Right now for you, it's just not about players and names. It's about points. It's about wins, and it's about really taking a look at the schedule of players and targeting certain players who you think will have easier schedules to get you those wins down the line.
That's actually a really good point, and something that a lot of people don't factor in if they're making mid-season trades, particularly in redraft, is the bye week situation, right? Because I have in week 10, I am on my Dynasty team. I have a ton of Cincinnati Bengals on that team. I got Burrow, Chase. I mean, obviously he's out, but he would have been out anyway. And I have Hayden Hurst. So that week 10 bye week, I'm going to be vulnerable. And if you're, 4-3, 4-4, 5-4, 4-5, like having a ton of those kind of guys out, especially main guys that you're relying on, could do you in terms of if you're fighting for a playoff spot. So looking at the buys at this point, if you're 2-5 and trying to make up some ground, that's actually a good point. And I don't think a lot of people factor that in when they make those kind of trades mid-season.
No, they don't. And also, like with the buys, and also look at the defensive matchups. If you have say a Jerry Jeudy, and you're looking at his matchups and his next 3 games, he has top 5 pass defenses that he's going against. Maybe you think about moving him for somebody that's facing a easier schedule down the line. You know what I'm saying? May it be like passing schedule and things like that. But right now at 2-5, I think all your options should be open. And if you're
trying, is going nuts.
Nice. I got him on. I got him in Papa
But
Bears.
Yeah, you always have a chance mathematically. I mean, you've still got a chance. I mean, with 4 playoff spots, it's going to be rough. So you've got to you're like slim pickings. You might have to like win out or almost win out from here, or just pray that other teams start losing. But that stuff is out of your control. What you need to do is just concentrate one game at a time, each and every week, and just try and win that matchup every single week. That's what that's what you need to try and do. And if you throw your team in the chat, we can maybe give you some advice on who you could look to move or who you could look to try and get. We'll try and help you out there.
Melvin bangs it in.
Jason, what's up? Jason, I said Jordan. What's up, Jordan? Fella, should I trade Lockett for Dylan? No, probably not. My other wide receivers are Waddle, Jefferson. Okay, Waddle, Jefferson, Amon-Ra, and Higgins. So yeah, I mean, RBs are Kamara, Chubb, handcuffed RBs on the bench. 2 wide receiver, 2 RB, and 1 flex. So yeah, I mean, in that case, you've got 4 top wide receivers, and you can't even play them all every week. So, I mean, yeah, I don't mind giving up Lockett. I would try and probably get somebody better than Dylan. Lockett's been playing pretty well, so I'm guessing probably get more than just Dylan. But what do you guys think?
You could probably get a little bit more than Dylan. But
let's go, Melvin.
You can probably get a little bit more than Dylan, but also, when you make a trade, you got to look at everything. And just from having a couple of Packers and a couple of Saints on some of my teams, if you trade Dylan, Lockett for Dylan, then then you don't have a running back for week 14. You have Chubb. So, you know what I'm saying? Because the Saints and the Packers share that week 14 bye. So basically, if you're looking for a fill-in for a week, you know what I'm saying? Dylan's not going to be able to fill in for Kamara when he goes on the bye. Maybe he fills in for Chubb next week, and that's probably why you're trying to think about making this deal. And I do think if it's an okay trade. I mean, you have so many wide receivers. Like Lockett's not going to break the bank for you. And, you know, hopefully as the colder weather comes along, I think Dylan is going to start picking it up. That's where you see these big physical running backs start to really pick it up because defenses just do not want to tackle them. And, yeah, I would do the trade.
Yeah, like I said, I would probably try and get more than Dylan, but if you have to just get Dylan, I mean, he's fine because you're not really starting him anyway. But he has that advantage where, God forbid, Aaron Jones gets hurt, you know, or maybe he just starts coming along, you know, like you said, Bagala. So it's worth the risk in that, you know, with that option. What do you think, Hammer?
Yeah, I'm not in love with it, and I've been talking about this for the last couple of episodes. Just in terms of AJ Dillon's, you know, true value, it's
got rejected on everyone better than Dylan. Okay.
It's not very high right now. And considering the other guys you have, AJ Dillon's value is not very high because the Packers are not leading very many games in the fourth quarter. It's just that simple. And his value is best when the Packers are leading in the fourth quarter. So if you want, this is a situation where you can maybe try and take a look at the schedule, see if there are some favorable matchups for you in there. But, you know, it doesn't seem like a move that moves the needle. Per se, and you're already 5-2. So, yeah, listen, if you make the deal, you make the deal. I don't think it moves the needle very much for you in terms of making yourself better. And it's just really hard to envision AJ Dillon being that much of a difference maker.
Well, yeah, but also AJ Dillon does have the upside. Let's say he has some upside. Man. He has the upside. He's still a good back. And if the Packers just realize what they are and just say, you know what, we don't have any wide receivers, let's pound this fucking rock. But the Packers should be running the ball like 60-70% of the time, and they're just not because they have Aaron Rodgers. But
right. So does that give you any faith that they're going to change their philosophy midstream?
I think so. I think so. It won't happen this week because they're just going to get fucking obliterated by the Bills. But I think they'll get it right. And plus, he's probably making this deal in conjunction with Chubb's on the bye next week, so he probably needs somebody. I'm okay with playing Dylan for a week start and having him on the bench just in case anything goes wrong with my other wide receivers, other running backs. You can do a lot worse than AJ Dillon.
Yeah. I think just with the format, like I'm okay with it because you're only starting 2 wide receivers and 1 flex. So just to have Dylan as just an upside play, and like we said, in case Aaron Jones gets hurt or in case Dylan just starts going off. I'll take that upside on the bench rather than have Lockett sitting there for no reason whatsoever, who's never going to play or get in my starting lineup. I'll take the chance on the upside because of the other receivers you have in the format. So, but yeah, thanks, Jordan. Got rejected on everyone better than Dylan. Yeah, so that's fine. If you got to take Dylan, fuck it, I'd take him. But make sure you hit that. Make sure you hit that subscribe, Jordan. Appreciate you here. Join the Dynasty Life fam. Jackson said, Jordan, try to get JT. That's a good point, Jackson. I like that. He has a very favorable
better receiver, maybe T. Higgins.
What I think will have him at the center of the game, so especially with Sam Ellinger. Yeah, I mean, we touched on that a little bit as well the last 2 nights. I think I touched on it, but
and that's a funny situation though, Jackson, because JT's value was kind of down, right? He wasn't doing what he was doing last year. His value is down. He's been hurt. So he was really a buy low candidate. And for no reason of what Jonathan Taylor has done to change his value, the moment they sat Matt Ryan and Ellinger came in, Jonathan Taylor's his value went up. Because it's a young quarterback that's never started before. They're going to try and control the ball. They're going to run the ball a lot more. Ellinger runs the ball as well, probably better than he can throw the ball. And he's a running quarterback. So I think for no other reason that the quarterback switch, Jonathan Taylor's value went up. And I think he'll be a little bit harder to grab now than he was a week or two ago, just because of the quarterback change, and you expect them to hand him the ball 20 to 25 times now.
Yeah.
So I don't know if JT is going to be. I don't know if he's going to be out there, and people will be willing to trade him now.
No, don't trade Amon-Ra. Don't trade that one. That's my guy.
No.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You might as well just take Dylan and stash him on the bench.
Yeah, just take Dylan and right now. See, that says it right there.
You got the RBs already. There's no reason to go and do that, you know?
That says it right there, Steve. You see, now somebody probably asked him for Amon-Ra and a piece for JT, which 2 weeks ago nobody would have even thought to send that trade. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So his value has gone up a little bit more. I think JT is going to be harder to grab now.
Yeah, I think you're fine with the guys that you have. There's no reason. You have all top guys. There's no reason to make a move right now. I mean, you've got your RB set. You've got your wide receiver set. It's not a deep league. You know, you're not starting, 9, 10, 11 players. So, there's no reason to go and trade a big piece for another big piece that is not even going to play. Like, this is your bench that you're just trying to fill up. So,
yes, sir.
Jackson says he traded Lenny and Tony for JT 2 weeks back. Yeah,
but that was 2 weeks back.
Yeah.
So now I don't think you'd be able to make that trade. And Jackson, Tony. I mean, with your team, Tony probably doesn't play, but Tony is going to be a big addition in Kansas City.
Yeah, can we get Stevenson for over 65.5 rushing yards?
They're playing the Jets. The Jets got a pretty good defense, man. They got a pretty good defense. Yeah, but I think I can see probably even with that good defense, I think Stevenson probably gets 15 for 12 for 70 or something like that. So, yeah, I think Stevenson will go over 70. I mean, this is what the Patriots want to do. They want to run the ball. Mac Jones is a puke piece. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It's a puke piece. Zappy hour. And Belichick made the wrong move. Just start Zappy. If you want to start him, start him. It doesn't matter where you pick Mac Jones. Start him, because I think the way Zappy came out, he came out with his hair on fire. Had he started that game, I kind of think the Patriots win that game. But instead, you got to go with the back and forth, and everybody doesn't know. And then when things start going bad, they're in the tank. Like, oh fuck, we don't even know who our quarterback is.
Yeah. Guy Melvin doing work.
Dolchich too. He had 78 yards on one drive.
Dolchich, yeah, I saw that.
Man, I got Dolchich and Papa Bear.
That was play. We take the under on Miles Sanders, 2 catches.
2 catches?
Yeah, what's he been doing catching wise? Somebody look this shit up.
I mean, Pittsburgh's defense is bad, so.
See what else we got here. Malik Willis, 46.5 rushing yards.
That's a tough one. I got to see a game from him just to see what it looks like.
Oh, how many rushing yards? How many rushing yards? Against
46.5 against the Texans. I like the high. I like the over because I think he's gonna. They even in the preseason, coach took him out because he wouldn't pass the ball. He kept running.
Yeah.
What else we got? Dameon Pierce, 72.5 rushing yards. Not bad.
Yeah, I would take the over on Malik Willis's rushing yards.
That's what I did. Or we've got Dameon Pierce, 17.5 rushing attempts. He's been getting
Lovey said he wants to get him 20 a game.
But do I like that rushing attempt one, or I think I'd rather just do the rushing yards at that point? If he's going to get 18 carries, he might as well get 72 rushing yards.
You never know, but either way, both of them I think are pretty good.
Let's go with the rushing yards
because I don't see Tennessee really pulling away. Maybe they do, but I'll tell you one thing: if they beat the snot out of them, Tannehill better watch out. He might not get his job back.
I mean, I don't know. They're winning, right? They got a winning record, so it's. I don't know. I mean, you would. I don't know. Unless Malik Willis really goes ham, and then the crowd is just like, Willis.
No, but you know what it is. It's that if they win this game and they win it in good fashion, and Tannehill's banged up, they can just say, "All right, Tanny, sit down, get healthy. We know we can win with this guy." And then before you know it, Tannehill's holding the clipboard for the rest of the season.
Jordan says, "Who's he sitting this week? Amon-Ra, Waddle, or Higgins?"
Oh, you play. He played. You played. Who'd he play?
Huh?
I would play all of them.
No, I don't think he can.
2 wide receivers in the flex.
Hold on. What was his other? Hold on. Go back. Oh, he's got JJ. That's why. JJ's automatic. JJ's automatic. I think you got to play. I mean, for me, Higgins. I think for me, I'm like, yeah, you got to play Higgins because Chase is out. So, you got to use that upside. So then it's between Amon-Ra and Waddle. I mean, I'm going to go with my guy Amon-Ra. I think he's just going to have more
He's going to play Amon-Ra over anybody on any week.
Yeah, he is.
Bro, okay, is it that much? Is it automatic? We're playing Waddle over Amon-Ra? No.
First, I'm not saying it's automatic, but
I don't think we play Higgins. First, Detroit's defense is horrible. Why would you sit Waddle? So Waddle has a better chance to have more points than Higgins just based off of the matchup. And Amon-Ra the same way because Miami's back end is littered with injuries. They're bad too.
I'm playing Waddle and Higgins here.
Yeah, I'm playing Amon-Ra and Higgins. I'm sitting Waddle because I think Cheetah could be the guy. Like you just don't know. So yeah, I'm going with Amon-Ra and Higgins.
I think we've seen that both of these guys can go on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is not an easy
at the same time. At the same time, also give me Amon-Ra and Waddle.
Okay.
Amon-Ra and Waddle.
Wow, I think we all differ on this one, huh?
Yeah, give me Amon-Ra and Waddle, Jordan.
Yeah, that's a tough one. You can't go wrong either way. But let us know who you are gonna go with, and everybody that's in the chat. San, what's up? Brian, what's up? We'll get to your questions in a second here. Appreciate y'all. Let us know what y'all think about this. He's got to play 2 out of these 3. Who do y'all got? I've got Amon-Ra and Higgins.
You're in this particular situation. Yeah, this is what we call a good problem.
Yeah, this is a good problem.
True. Yeah, I'm thinking to sit Waddle. Jordan, I'm with you there because you're already playing Jefferson, absolutely. So you've heard all of our answers. Take that and do what you will with it. Let us know what you are going to do, and we'll see how it turns out. But
we will. I just I'm around Waddle.
San, my guy, or San, my bad. Start 1 at the flex. T. Higgins. Oof. Kenneth Walker, AJ Brown. Keep in mind, I have Jalen Hurts for the stack. I think we got this question yesterday. I don't remember who I even chose. I think we chose Kenneth Walker. I don't remember. Maybe Kenneth Walker.
A straight up question. It was more of a team.
Yeah, for me, I don't really care about the stack. It's either Higgins or Walker for me. What do you guys think?
How do you sit K9 right now?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
How do you sit K9 right now? He's so good. And just watching, ETN against my Giants last week and things like that, we give up some yards. And
yeah,
I don't know how you sit K9 right now. That's hard. I mean, the stack, it would be nice, but
they haven't been going nuclear. They haven't been going nuclear, so it's not like a.
No, they haven't, but they could at any point. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Walker. I can't sit K9 right now. I think he's on a roll. I'm not sitting him after that game he had.
Yeah, I feel you. What do you got, Hammer?
Yeah, Kenneth Walker's just been. We talked about him a lot, and we're getting a lot of these Kenneth Walker questions because a lot of people have him, and
Their team is already set.
Yeah, he's an absolute gem, a potential league winner for you, considering where you drafted him, or if you traded for him early on in the season. Maybe you had Rashad Penny and you picked up Kenneth Walker, so he's a potential league winner. And I'm gonna have to roll with him, like I said, just because Pete Carroll in that offense, they want to run the ball anyway. With some of the question marks at their wide receiver position with DK, even Lockett was banged up a little bit as well. I think they're going to lean on him. He could have a nice day, 100 yards and a touchdown.
Ride that horse till it fizzles out, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's been a monster. So it is definitely hard to sit him. Hard to sit Higgins too, though. At the same time, so it's tough.
For redraft, though, I do like the running back just because, a lot of these guys are getting hurt now and the position is getting, thinner as we speak. So I like his upside a little bit more than T. Higgins today. I think T. Higgins is going to be pretty good, but I think Kenneth Walker's upside is just so much more at this particular moment.
Yeah, well, he's going to get 20 plus touches.
Yeah, right. and he's shown that he's capable of breaking one to go the distance.
Yep.
So it's real. I mean, if you're in PPR, maybe you think Higgins, but even still, that's a tough one for me. I'm gonna go Walker still.
Oh man, I want to say Walker because he's been killing it, but I also want to say T. Higgins because he's a wide receiver. Yeah, I'm gonna go with T. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with T. Walker's been awesome, but he got to come back to life sooner or later. And with no Chase, I don't know. I'll roll with T, but it's close. You could play either or. Brian says Dolchich slowly improved today. Makes me happy. Don't know what the fuck is happening back there with Wilson. Yeah, I mean we know Russell Wilson is a puke piece. We don't know what the fuck is going on either. I wish I had a shit emoji I could put on the screen.
He's just so up and down, and he may be injured, he may not be injured. Who fucking knows? But I know he needs. I think Russell Wilson needs an attitude adjustment. I really do. The things that he's doing, he's ice and team chemistry is a big thing in the NFL. And what he's doing is just. It's insane. There's a report. He has an office completely fucking separate from the team in the facility. You see him in the end zone today. He's like this with his eyes closed. There's nobody around him. You're a little bit full of yourself, guy. I know you got a lot of money. Let's cut it out. Let's play some fucking football and cut the shit.
Tell us how you really feel.
Oh my God! I used to like Russell Wilson, but now he's becoming annoying.
He's
becoming a nozzle.
What's the guy that's on the podcast that talks shit about Russell Wilson all the time? He used to be on the Steelers, I think.
Ryan Clark?
No, the other guy, the guy that's usually always on with him. Defensive guy.
Channing Crowder.
Yeah.
He was on the Dolphins.
Not the Steelers. I was thinking of the Steelers. But yeah, he was on a few teams. But yeah, this motherfucker was like Russell Wilson is a corn. He's just mad corny. He doesn't have any respect. He's just fucking corny. He's all but it's
some of the stuff he said about his family and things like that, I won't get into. But as far as on the football field, you're being corny. What is that? Why are you standing in the end zone talking, praying with your hands out? And what is that? It's like you're taking in worship. It's so goddamn corny. I was willing to put up with the other stuff, but now you're not playing good. You stink. Cut it out. Get back to basics.
I mean, I don't
Right.
mind going out there and doing your thing or pretending. I mean, Drew Brees used to do that shit. You see Dak doing his little fucking hip shake fucking thing. I mean,
Well, he's limbering
in the
up.
replacements, you saw Shane Falco out there at fucking nighttime.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
Dak
you know what
is
the problem is?
Dak. That's a with Dak. That's a that's a stretching thing. You know what I'm saying? He's limbering,
Yeah.
he's loosening his hip. Those things like that. That's working out. Literally, Steve, he's standing like he's getting the Holy Ghost. And I don't get it's not nothing with religion, but cut it out. Like you don't need the cameras on you 24/7. It just makes you look corny. And then you get the report, oh, he was on the way to London. He was doing high knees for 4 hours in the aisles while his teammates were sleeping. What is wrong with you?
I saw that. San says he's start Amon-Ra because Waddle will be playing a little less because he's banged up a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm rolling with. But whatever you feel, son, let us know how it fucking works out. Jordan said he's gotten it wrong every week so far. Yeah, it's not easy, bro. You can't get it right every single time, especially when you're picking between all like star players. So it's not,
Absolutely.
it's rough. You're never going to be able to get it right. You're never going to be able to predict exactly.
Also, too, another
happen.
thing, if you're in this particular situation, try and stay away from chasing the points. I know what we tend to do a lot is we look at the guy's previous game and he has, 25 points. And we're like, all right, he's going to give me that next week. Kind of look more at the matchups, look at, the overall situation. A lot of us tend, especially in this particular point in the season, we see a guy has a big game, he goes off. We've all been guilty of it, where you're chasing the points and you end up fucking yourself. So try and stay as consistent as possible and look at the matchups, look at the situation, the quarterback situation, any other injuries to any of the teammates that might elevate a guy to get some more targets or some more work. Take a look at that as opposed to just what the previous guy did last week.
Absolutely, especially when you got those bigger guys like that and you have so many guys and you want to look at the matchups because the matchups are what is going to typically set certain guys away, especially if one of those big guys have a tough matchup and the other ones have something really easy.
Yeah. Brian says hoping Lamb can pull off something today off the Bears.
Me too, bro.
Hopefully he can boom today as my flex. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Me too, bro.
I mean, you got Dak now in his second game back. Maybe they open it up a little bit more. Maybe he airs it out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But
me too, bro. I'm hoping for the same thing. But the Bears defense struggle stopping the run, and I think it's going to be a big game for Pollard. And if it gets out of hand too quickly, we might just see a lot of running. So hopefully CD can get something done early.
Son said, I didn't even draft him. Someone's dropped him week 3 and scooped him up right away. Who?
I think he's talking about K9.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Definitely. That's a good fucking move. But it's important to always look at, the recent transactions and see who's dropping who so you can pick up some of these guys, especially when they're hurt. You're not going to see that they're available because there's going to be no points that they're projected for that week. So always check the transactions and see who drops who.
Exactly. Because there's tacos everywhere.
Finally listen to you guys and drop Alec Pierce, laughing my ass off in a 10-team league. Yeah, he's worthless in a 10-team league. Not much quality out there in free agents. Absolutely. Stuck between Duvernay and Paris Campbell. You're not playing Paris Campbell. You're not playing anybody from the Colts, really. I don't think.
It's Duvernay.
Campbell.
So yeah, I'd rather play Duvernay. He's been good, and they played already this week, didn't they?
They did. So he's gonna have to wait for waivers.
But yeah, I take Duvernay because also, Bateman's been hurt. And he just got hurt again during that game. So, and
even when Bateman wasn't hurt, let's say Duvernay's been getting some looks.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss. He's had a few bad games, and the 1 week I started him, of course, he didn't do jack. But yeah, he's been decently solid. So you can play him, especially with Bateman out. Let us know if there's anyone else out there, Brian, on the waivers. I mean, but yeah. James Conner, of course, is out. Darrell Williams might play, might not play.
That's Eno's backfield.
See if there's anything else that's up here. Is Devontae Adams playing? I know he's questionable.
Yeah, he said he's expected to play.
I mean, we talked about this yesterday. Of course, Mike Thomas. Lord knows when the fuck he's coming back. Brandon Cooks is questionable. Nico Collins out.
They said the Giants are interested in Cooks.
Everybody's interested in Cooks, apparently. There's a bunch of teams. I think we talked about that yesterday. Somebody had asked, what we thought about Cooks going to whatever teams. And I think on the Giants, I said, yeah, it'd be nice to have a veteran wide receiver to fit in, with some of the young guys and stuff. So it could be good for them, especially after losing Tony.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Bagala? What do you think about Cooks? You want him?
I mean, he's solid. He's a solid wide receiver. I would take him on my team. He's produced everywhere he went, but I'm kind of praying and hoping like somehow, some way, the Giants try and pull off a trade for Jerry Jeudy.
Well, now Denver is also saying now they're not trading Jeudy. They were listening to offers, but they're not. They're going to
give him a first round pick. They'll do it.
Oh yeah, but who's going to give up a first though? They might as well just.
But I think the Giants should, because they're going to be at the back end of the draft anyway. You know what I'm saying? And what are you going to find back there that's better than Jerry Jeudy? Bro, we're 6-1. We're about to be 7-1. Don't look like that. We're probably going to be picking 32nd this year. So
shut the bro. This guy looks like you're smoking your Wheaties this morning.
Yes, we are. 32nd pick.
Rumbling, dude. He's about to go for 150.
He's killing me in Dynasty.
Oh no! Don't get me holding. Oh, come on.
That's okay. But this is why, I loved ETN and I didn't give a fuck about J-Rob. My guy's a beast, bro.
Yeah, but you lucked out. You lucked out with them trading J-Rob, because if J-Rob's still there,
because why did they trade J-Rob? Because ETN was doing so much better.
Absolutely, but if J-Rob's still there, he was good enough to get carries, and he would have still been siphoning off little carries.
Was he the last 3 games though?
No, the first 3.
I mean,
the first 3.
The last 3 games, J-Rob's barely been playing, and that last game he fucking had like only a couple snaps altogether. So it's not lucked out. I just know that ETN was going to be the guy because he's that much better.
Oh yeah, because you're the Schwam. No,
you can just tell, bro. His first round pick. Look at this guy, bro. This guy is shifty, like a fucking snake, slithering through that shit, bro. I told y'all I was willing to pay 2 firsts for ETN and Dynasty, and y'all laughed at me. Fuckers. Should have did it.
We'll see what happens, but it looks good.
I should have did it. Let me see. Debo's out, of course. So Ayuk is the man.
Yes, Debo is out.
Now
Kittle's gonna get that first.
Now the Rams are saying that if they don't trade Cam Akers, he's going to start playing again.
There's no reason.
They're going to get him back onto the field if they can't trade him. So
I hope Cam Akers just goes out there and just falls to the ground when he gets handoffs. Just So I don't know how that makes you feel about your first round pick that you gave up, Bagala, but
they don't like him that much. They don't like him that much. Hey, listen, I wasn't going to get
give me a first round pick. Why?
because I wasn't. I'm not. my team is pretty
Ron,
damn good.
I was like, except
No, it's all right. But
he's a
Kyron's gonna
prayer
end up
though.
playing. Huh?
He's a he could wind up playing really good for this year. I don't know about going forward. That's why. But yeah,
He'll
for
be
this year,
playing.
definitely he can turn out to be really good and productive.
I think he will. And I don't. Cam Akers staying. He's gonna play. He's not gonna play, bruh. What we have seen is him and the coaching staff are not on the right path here.
Based off of
ETN,
projections,
7 yards.
Garrett Wilson, Rondell Moore, Wandell Robinson, Josh Reynolds, who I dropped. Don't really see any major upgrading pieces there.
I guess you can drop Rondell Moore.
So no, he dropped. He's dropping already. He dropped Pierce, but he's stuck between picking up Duvernay, which we said don't pick up Campbell. So Duvernay, Garrett Wilson, Rondell Moore, Wandell Robinson, Josh Reynolds.
Go get Wandell. Go get Wandell. I don't even know why he's still on your waiver wires. Go get Rondell.
It's a 10 team. That's why. But yeah, go get Wandell. Wandell's a guy that you want to get out of those guys there, because there's nobody there for the Giants. So, especially
because the Giants are really good, and he's going to be, the main guy catching the ball for them. We're better than the Vikings, so
you're not, bro. You shouldn't even have all those wins, bro. You squeaked away because you played some scrub ass, dumbass teams.
Yeah, sure. The only good team you played, you lost to. So let's calm down. Bro, got your cheeks spanked.
You're right. Brian said also have James Conner, but he's out again. So yeah, picked him in my second round. Yeah, James Conner was just a bad draft pick.
No,
but don't know what happened.
Trevor almost threw it into.
I don't know if I should just let him go due to injuries. Got decent depth with McCaffrey, Mostert, Connor, and Jamal. No, I wouldn't say to drop him. No, there's no reason to drop him unless there's somebody significant you can get out there. But just to get some kind of scrub that may or may not even see the starting lineup on your team, it's not worth it dropping him. So keep him. I mean, if he comes back and does good, you can maybe try and trade him, or just in case somebody gets hurt, you might need him. So, yeah, I would say don't drop him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I wouldn't drop Connor right now, but he's a puke piece too.
Then, no, I don't want Henderson either. I'd rather just take Wandell. But other than that, any other questions before we dip out of here? Y'all got anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Go ahead.
I mean,
you got
the Giants are really good at football.
Come on, end the show.
They're really good at football. Saquon's the best running back in the league. Steve, we're gonna see you in a couple of weeks, and we're gonna show you we're better than you.
That's what I think of your fucking take.
That's okay. We already beat the Bears. We already beat the Pack. We smacked the Pack in London.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're gonna beat the Lions, and we're coming for the Vikings. Clean sweep of the NFC North. Clean sweep.
Bro, they should have lost the first few games they played. How they won those? You guys were lucky as shit.
You want to know how they won those? Because our coach got onions.
Missed field goals and dumbass.
No, the coach has onions. Okay, the size of boulders, and he lets them drag. That's how we did it. Coach of the year, Brian Daboll.
Let us know when you're done sucking them.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. My team is a good football team. That's all I'm saying.
JJ Keats, what up, JJ? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe for us. Thanks for tuning in, man. Just lost Chase. He's 3-4, guys. And he's got Stevenson, Mixon, Walker. Nice. Olave, Amon-Ra. Do I trade Walker, McLaurin, Singletary for Adams and Najee? No, absolutely.
No, you don't trade Kenneth Walker.
No.
Kenneth Walker is a league winner. You do not do that. You have enough here with Amon-Ra, Walker, and Olave to keep you going. And I think
You
it's
got
going to
Terry.
turn.
You got Terry with Heineke now, which he looks a little bit better.
Yeah, Terry, because Heineke does love him some Terry. I don't do that. I don't trade. No.
Yeah, I don't think I want to move. I don't think I want to move any of those RBs. Could you trade maybe Olave and McLaurin and grab somebody that's a top 10 guy? I don't know, maybe, but you don't really have to make a move here. I think.
No, I think
You
you're
don't
pretty
want
good.
Najee and you don't want Adams if you have to give up.
Walker.
If you have to give up Walker or something, and then you got Chase that'll be coming back. So you just need to hold down the fort, man. Just take it 1 week at a time. And just hold down the fort until Chase gets back. Listen, you're not going to be at the top of the standings, but that's fine. All you need to do is make the playoffs. Okay.
Don't let your record dictate, bad moves. You're only one game under 500, and you have really good talent on your team. This is where your GM skills are supposed to shine. Go find points without trading some of your big guns.
Hold Chase or trade him. No, just hold him. I think I don't think you need to trade him right now. It might be even hard to trade him because who's going to want a guy that's not going to play the next?
Yeah, you're going to take 50 cents on a dollar.
The next week. What if I replace Walker for Stevenson? No, I mean you want Walker. What if you trade Stevenson instead? I mean, I guess I'm okay with trading Stevenson and Terry. Just depends what you can get, But do you have another running back just in case Mixon?
Well, he would be getting Najee back, so that would be his.
Yeah, but that's not enough.
No, I don't like. I don't forget that trade. You'll need to go and get somebody else. Absolutely, I don't like to get Adams and Najee back. I don't know.
And I like me some Stevenson. I wouldn't trade him either.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then, God forbid, one of those other guys gets hurt. I'd rather keep that RB depth there. I mean, you've got, buys that are going to be coming up probably too now, right? So,
yeah.
You're going to need.
You better Olave's no slouch, dude. Olave and Amon-Ra, they can pick up the slack for Terry.
Olave is going to be even better because who the hell knows when Mike Thomas, and for that matter, who the hell knows when Jarvis Landry's coming back? So he's getting the full workload.
Hell yeah. So
yes, I would say just stay put, man. Relax where you're at. You're good. Just take it 1 week at a time because you're going to need these guys for these bye weeks. And if you can hold it down for once Chase comes back, you're going to be fucking. You're going to be.
Don't panic. Don't panic here just yet.
Because you did lose Chase, but don't forget you also gained Amon-Ra back, and he hasn't been there for you. So that is what kind of hurts your record. Your team doesn't, correlate to what your record is. So you just got to hold it down, man. It'll come together. You'll make the playoffs, I think. So I would say just don't panic, JJ.
Yeah, definitely. And Walker is probably going to kind of win you some weeks alone. So
yeah, buddy.
Yep. All right. Any last questions? Throw them in the chat now. We'll forever hold your peace.
One more question. Polish, are the Packers making the playoffs?
I mean, there are 7 teams that get in now, so it's not like you have to light it up. Yeah, so from that perspective, I'll say, they got an outside shot to be in that 7 spot. But I got to see more, dude. And I'm not completely discouraged because they're ahead early in a lot of these games. I was talking about this yesterday. They were ahead against the Giants in London. They were ahead against. All right, we know. But my point is that they were ahead. They were ahead against the Jets. Obviously, they lost. But in a lot of these games, they're doing something right in these first half of games. I think it's just a product of them not keeping the foot on the gas. And we talked about this plenty where when they give Aaron Jones the ball and he dictates tempo, that's their key to success. And then you could run some play action. And if you're ahead in the late third, early fourth quarter, then AJ Dillon becomes much more of a factor. You wear that defense down and you could close some of these games out. So I'll give them an outside shot to make the playoffs only because there are 7 teams that make the playoffs now. But I got to see something better, from what they're doing.
What happens with them tonight at Buffalo?
They're going to lose, but I don't think it's going to be the blowout that everybody thinks it's going to be. I think the Packers have a solid defense, and I think that they'll probably lose by 7, 8, maybe. I think they'll keep it close, but they're not a better team than Buffalo. Like, nobody in their right mind would say that. So I could see them. If it goes really wrong in the first quarter is going to tell you everything you need to know about how they're going to play. If they're down 14-17 after the first quarter, it'll be a wipeout. Well, yeah, maybe Aaron rises to the challenge. Who knows?
Yeah. Dylan, what's up, Dylan? We miss you, brother. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Thanks for tuning in, man. Josh Reynolds, Peoples-Jones, or Slayton? Who you guys got?
I'm taking Slayton.
Of course you are.
Yeah, I'm taking Slayton. Give me some big play Slay today. He had the touchdown last week. I think he has another one this week. Give me Slayton.
Yeah, that's a tough one. There is an argument for Slayton. Peoples-Jones looked pretty good last week. They are playing the Bengals, who don't have a great defense. Their defense has been better. Yeah, I think with no more Tony and Kenny Golladay being a non-factor, Slayton has a better opportunity to production, and he can make big plays. So he has the upside. So if you like a guy with upside, you can go with Slayton, and I wouldn't really have a problem with that.
Peoples-Jones been killing it lately, I think.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's. I'm
gonna go with Peoples-Jones because that could be.
He's gonna go with Peoples-Jones because Slayton is a giant. We already know Steve.
No, I think Slayton is just limited as far as his upside. I think he can still do well, but I mean, 6 targets or 6 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown is pretty much might be all we've got there. Where Peoples-Jones playing against Cincinnati, if that gets into a shootout or a high scoring game, you can see Peoples-Jones some work.
We're not doing that.
Josh Reynolds, I mean, he's been great, but then last game fucking disappeared. Then again, the whole Detroit offense disappeared. So I don't think is DJ Shark playing. I think Shark is still out, right?
Shark is still out, but I think Amon-Ra is going to see most of that work. And with
get in,
of course. But yeah, I'm going to roll with Peoples-Jones basically just based on the matchup, and I don't know. It's a hard one, but I'll go with Peoples-Jones.
We'll
We see how it turns out. But yeah, thanks, Dylan. Appreciate you, brother.
ETN's trying to pop it in from the 1. Oh, God.
Come on, baby. Get it in there. I need this.
He's got 156 rushing yards.
I need Trevor Lawrence to do a QB sneak right now or throw it to Christian Kirk.
ETN's in. Let's go.
Is it? I'm behind you. Fuck. All right, let's go.
Yeah. I might give Ron everything he can handle this week. ETN's got like almost 30.
Yep. Yep. All right, guys. Any other questions? Throw them in there or else we out of here. Anything else you want to say? Don't say shit about the Giants.
Right.
Daniel Jones, top 10 quarterback.
Oh, my God. End it. Get out of here.
DJ.
On that note, because Bagala's on some heavy fucking drugs.
Right.
We're going all the way out to the West, and we're fucking trashing the Seahawks. Let's go.
Dylan said bad luck this year on the injury front. Cordell, Hall, and Allen. Yeah, that hurt, bro.
Be like that, and that's what Bagala said. Your GM skills have to flourish now because you got to make moves. You got to find waiver wire pickups. You got to be shrewd. So this is the time of the year that everybody's scrambling to get theirs.
Yep, and the little moves are just as important as the big moves because you can pick up a waiver wire guy. He can get you, some points, and that can, lead you to win a week. So everything has to be on the table when you have injuries.
Yeah, hopefully you get Cordell back soon. He should be pretty much right on the way back.
I think so.
Next week. I think they're gonna try and get him out there next week.
Oh, perfect, Dylan. You picked up Foreman, so that could hold you
that's
down
solid.
at least for the time being.
It's a solid pickup.
And you've got, Chuba's out this week too, so Foreman could get some nice work. So yeah, you'll be set
Atlanta's
there.
defense aren't world beaters either.
No,
I think Foreman
not at
has a
all.
good game today.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be on tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern.
Like the video.
Jam it up.
Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, hit the noti. But other than that, we out.